Hey guys, it's Sean. Um, I decided that I'm going to read to you my coming out letter to my mom. So here it goes. Dear Mom, I want to start this letter off by saying that I love you more than anything in the world, and I will always love you. You are the best mom I could have ever asked for, and I love you. You have always been here for me through everything I have gone through, and you never went anywhere. You never abandoned me or left. I can always count on you when I really need you the most. You're my mom, and I love you with all my heart. No one could ever replace you, and no one could ever compare to you. You try your hardest with everything all the time, with raising us kids, with staying strong and doing nothing but trying to be a bigger and better person. I love you so much, Mom, and you are amazing at what you do. You're always here to pick me up when I fall. You're always here to hold my head up and look at the bigger picture. And most important, you taught me right from wrong. I know that sometimes you feel like you didn't do good in raising me, but you have done a great job. You've taught me about growing up and how hard it is. You've taught me that not everything will go the way I want it to, and that things happen. We can't, and that we can't control the outcome of everything. Mom, you're my rock, my anchor to hold me down to earth. I can always count on you to be there for me. You're still my hero. I still look up to you. You do nothing but encourage me to do the right things in my life. You have showed me that I can always make everyone happy, and that I can't always make everyone happy, and that my own happiness is what matters most in the end. I have let you down before. I have lied to you and hidden things from you, but you're always there at the end of the day. Remember when I came out to you in the ninth grade and told you I was a lesbian? It was one of the hardest things I had done. I was scared and terrified that you would not accept me or love me anymore because I was letting you down. You didn't accept me at first, and you blamed yourself. It took you a while to come to terms with my interest in girls, and that me being a lesbian is not your fault. You held me, and you told me in my ear, I love you, and whatever makes you happy makes me happy. I just want you to be happy. That day I cried the most happy tears I had ever before, knowing that you still loved me and that you would stand by me and accept who I was. After that day, we did nothing but grow closer. Our relationship got stronger, and you let me know that no matter what, you will always love me. You'll never leave or disown me or judge me. You'll always be there for me. You taught me that in order to be happy, you must be yourself, not who everyone wants you to be. When I was little, I was a big tomboy. You know this because you tried your hardest to get me to wear girl clothes, like that day in second grade when it was picture day and you had me wear a turtleneck with that ladybug vest. You told me not to take it off, and I did. I took it off because even at that age, wearing girlish clothing made me uncomfortable. I always wanted to do what the boys were doing, dress like them, play with them, and be involved. I always felt like I was one of the boys. I always wanted to be involved with the things that my dad would teach Nick. I wanted to learn how to fix my bike, run line through a fishing pole, cut wood. I always wanted to play with Nick's toys. I would get jealous when Nick got cars and trucks. I wanted to be one of the boys. I didn't want to feel like one. I never fit in with the girls at school, elementary or middle school. Girls didn't want to play with me because I wasn't into the whole makeup and dressing girly thing. I was always playing kickball with the boys in my class and falling down and getting beat up and dirty. I did everything I could to be accepted somewhere, but I never really fit in anywhere. I had plenty of friends, but I still didn't feel like I fit in. In kindergarten, I would always play with the little boys in my class, get into trouble with them, pick on them, and play rough with them. I always was coming home with cuts and bruises, playing in the dirt, building forts with Tyler while Ash played with Sasha. With the friends I did have that were boys, I fit in perfectly. They considered me one of them, and always wanted to play with me because I wasn't afraid to get hurt or dirty. Kids would make fun of me because of how awkward I was and never really played with anyone except the boys. When I would play house with kids out of school and in school, I was always the boyfriend, the dad, or the son. I know more about being a boy than I do about being a girl because I was always more interested in the boy things and not the girl things. When I hit middle school, I had a hard time because I was wearing baggy clothes and acted like a boy. Girls and boys made fun of me every day because of this. I never really knew how to be a girl. After a while, I made friends with people who accepted me for who I was, but after being teased so much and bullied, I went to dressing like a girl and dating boys so I could attempt to fit in. It didn't work very well. When I would date a boy, I liked their personality and everything on the inside, but when it came to being lovey, I didn't like it. It made me uncomfortable. I felt weird having them hold me and caress me or even touch me. It just didn't feel right, like I was supposed to be hanging out with them, making dumb jokes, playing video games, talking about girls' cars and everything guys would do talk about, not hugging them or kissing them or cuddling them. I attempted the girl thing again in high school, and I just kept telling myself that this was who I'm supposed to be, but now I know I was only lying to myself. After I came out to you as being a lesbian, I felt more comfortable dressing the way I wanted, like a boy. I felt like one of the guys in high school. I was accepted a little bit more by them, but not as much as I wanted. I still wasn't one of them. When I hit high school and started dressing in boys' clothes again, you didn't take it very well, but yet again, you have come to terms with that. This is who I am. I tried the girl thing a lot of times, but I wanted you to be proud of me. I felt like I was disappointing you every time I cut my hair and every time I put on boys' clothes. But in the process of trying to be the perfect daughter, I was hurting myself and keeping myself from being happy. The feeling of knowing that I disappoint you hurts me more than anything. You're my mom, the only one I will ever have. I love you with all my heart, and I just want to make you proud. I try every day to make you feel proud of me. I want nothing more than for you to brag to people about me, and now I feel like I'm going to disappoint you and you won't be proud of me anymore. You've been telling me how proud you are, having a job and trying to get my life together, and I don't want to lose that. I'm coming to you again like I did those times before when I'm terrified and scared and where I need you more than I ever have before. To hold me close and tell me you love me and that everything will be okay. That you will always be here for me and love me no matter what. That makes me happy, makes you happy. I love you, Mom, so much. You are always concerned about my well-being and making sure I'm alright every day. I know you still treat me like a kid sometimes, but I know you only do it because you care and you always want what is best for me. You don't want to see me hurt or suffering, and I love you every day because of that. Your caring and your wanting to be involved, your curiosity, and your unconditional love. All of this leads to me coming out to you again, not as a lesbian, but as FtM, which is female to male. Years later, I still want to be one of the boys. I don't want to feel like one of them anymore. I have always felt more like Sean and not Chandra. I have always felt awkward and weird in my body, like I'm trapped in a box with no way out. I want out of the box I have been trapped in for so long. I want to feel free and not trapped anymore. I want the way I feel on the inside to come out to the outside. I want to be happy with the way I look and not feel like a freak or like I don't belong anywhere. I want to be happy with myself and feel confident in myself. But my body gets in the way of my brain and my heart, and then I'm stuck in an ongoing war. Okay, skipping all of this stuff, and here we go. Holding this in and not telling you for so long has been tearing me apart because you tell me all the time I can tell you anything. But then when it gets to the point of where I want to tell you, I back down because thoughts of letting you down go through my head and put off my happiness longer. To keep you happy and proud of me. The reason I'm finally coming out to you with this because you told me once. I love you and whatever makes you happy makes me happy. I just want you to be happy. And I believed you when you said that to me, and I still do. I just want to make sure you still believe it. I know this will take time to come to terms with, and I'm willing to wait for that day. You're my mom, I love you so much. I never want to hurt you, but I do want you to know that this is no one's fault. I can't keep pretending to be someone I'm not and playing pretend. I want you to know that this is not your fault, Mom. This is no one's fault. You have done nothing wrong. You have raised me to be the best person I can be. Wanting to be a boy has nothing to do with anything you did or didn't do. It's just who I am. Remember when you blamed yourself for the longest time when I told you I was lesbian? I don't want you to feel at fault or feel like you could have done something different while I was growing up because there isn't anything you did wrong or could have done to make me want to be who I am. Or feel the way that I do. No one is to blame, no one is at fault. This is all me and how I feel and who I feel I'm supposed to be. This is not your fault. I do not think that this is because and do not think this is because of you because it's not. I love you, Mom, and I don't ever want you to think that what goes on in my head or who I want to be or who I am is caused by something you did or didn't do. It has nothing to do with you divorcing your dad when I was little. It has nothing to do with all the bad relationships you've had. And it has nothing to do with anything you think you did wrong because you have done nothing wrong. This does not make you a horrible mother or a bad person, or that you lacked in raising me. You did everything right with me. You taught me right and wrong. You taught me life lessons. You taught me how hard life is and how it will never be easy. You have taught me that I'm never alone. You have taught me how to be a great person, respect, manners, everything. People give you compliments all the time on how good-mannered I am and what great kids you have and how good of a job you did. I don't want you to feel like you did something wrong when you did everything right. I love you, Mom, with all my heart forever and ever. I'm 20 years old now, and I still look up to you. You're still my hero, and I would be lost without you. That is my video. Well, my letter. It's pretty long, but that's it.